Hi, Raw Dog 906 here. Um, Giving you a weekly video about life with rheumatoid arthritis. And last week, I thought I had kind of a groundbreaking video where I had the subject where RA, nobody gets it until they get it. And it seemed to have some positive feedback, and I appreciate it. This week's video, I'll try to keep a little shorter because that was really a hell of a video to upload. But I think this one here, just based on how I'm feeling today, and that's what I like to do is go with what I'm feeling when I make these videos. So that's why they have the raw appeal to it. And obviously, you see me here, no makeup, no scripts, no fancy background music, nothing like that. So I just figure I put a raw perspective of what life is like with rheumatoid arthritis. And this week, I figured we'd focus a little bit on what it feels like to have RA. Now, I'm only speaking from one person's perspective. And I've come up with a phrase that seems to have gained some popularity with some people, and I say it's like having a toothache in every joint. And Lord knows I got some pretty crappy teeth. At almost 46 years old, they've decided to fly south for the winter like the Canadian geese. So you probably have experienced a toothache in your life before. And just imagining now that toothache being in your joints of your fingers, or in your wrist, or in your elbow, or pretty much anywhere on your body. Just that throbbing, just never truly clearing up type of pain. I mean, that type of pain that sends you kind of like wincing in the corner and just, yeah, grit your teeth, so to speak. And that's the thing is, unless you got very visible deformities, nobody's going to look at you and understand why you're in pain. And, even growing up, there'd be the people that, ooh, my back and that. And, that was almost like the first invisible illness because, unless their spine was severely out of shape or whatever, how would you know they were suffering from back pain? I threw my back out one time just drying off my dog's paws. I mean, you just don't know. But this disease is like a thrown out back, a toothache. And, you even go to doctors and they're not going to necessarily know how you're doing. There's other things like you can have x-rays done and blood tests and stuff like that. But I'm just trying to talk of what it's like to live with this disease. And I'm not shy that I'm doing an alternative type of treatment, one that was never actually meant for RA, but I've been taking a medication called metformin to try to bring my blood sugars back down under control. And there's an off-label research-based use for metformin now towards rheumatoid arthritis. It's probably in the case studies thing. I wouldn't know who to contact and say, hey, I'm your guy. Weekly I will journal for you, how it is. But all I've known is almost a year on it that it has changed my life with RA. I have become at least 2 to 3 times more mobile than I was. But again, it's probably like pissing on a forest fire. I mean, my philosophy has always been that we should probably quell the inflammation. So when you think of inflammation, it's not Tylenol you reach for, it's ibuprofen. But ibuprofen, to me, I might as well pop some Skittles or M&Ms. Although peanut butter M&Ms sound good right now. But seriously, you need a harsher treatment. And I've cried out before. I says, what's the strongest anti-inflammatory out there? I mean, can I bathe in the stuff? Can I spray it on me like WD-40? I mean, what is the strongest? Because inflammation's taking over the body, then how do you treat inflammation? You got to, find an anti-inflammatory. And ibuprofen doesn't cut it, and sooner or later ibuprofen's probably going to take out the stomach or something. So, and then the other ones take out the kidneys, and then You know, I have not been shy about my fear of first line treatments because I can have side effects off of ibuprofen. So, do I want the side effects off of some of these infusions and stuff? And I watched my mom go through dialysis, and I think that's given me a form of triggered some of my PTSD because I haven't signed up to actually, want infusions and stuff. And, that's just not who I am. I mean, the day ever comes where there's just a little roll on for some rheumatoid arthritis and some facial cream and, put it on the joints that hurt the most, then great. Let's do it. And, side effect free. Whoa. But, yeah. So that's kind of pretty much wrap on what I'm trying to say about, just medicines and stuff. I mean, I probably would end up in liability if I tell you what to take or, I've disclosed what I take just because I figure that, enough people seem to think that I'm suffering through it alone. And, some of the newbies come aboard. And when I was first diagnosed almost 6 years ago, I'd have believed that, Tylenol or whatever could took away any of the rheumatoid arthritis because it hadn't progressed that much. It simply popped up in a blood test. But the feelings, and then I go in a whole different gamut of it all because there's that feeling of having to be dependent on somebody. What the hell? I'm raw and upfront with you. I'm gonna say that I need help getting dressed and showering. Although the shower, there are some times where through severe struggle I could do it or whatever, but socks will just fight me like a son of a gun, and certain articles of clothing are just, even like long jacket or something, my shoulders just got such limited range of motion. There's it's almost impossible. I mean, but then the pride factor has me making sure I can get undressed. I mean, I will damn near tear my shoulder out or whatever it takes to try to get out of the clothing. I will use one of these fancy grabber sticks or whatever. I mean, these were supposed to be saved for like 90-year-old people or something. Oops, I didn't get in frame too good here, but the wonderful grabber. What, I carry one right here in my vehicle with me because if I drop something on the ground or whatever, there's some days I'm just not going to be able to get down and get that. And my knees have cashed out, so kneeling is just not good. But I don't want them cut open and chopped out and replaced. No, so I deal with shitty equipment. I'm used to that almost every aspect of my life, but that's what happens. So yeah, there's a feeling. So now I'm switching for the last couple minutes here of what the mental price tag of rheumatoid arthritis is, which that sounds like a good subject for a video, but it's still a feeling. I mean, I'm talking a feeling like, ooh, slap your back of your hand with a hammer feeling, ouch, I mean, but then there's the emotional price tag and the emotional feelings of this disease, and it's very belittling. So many people I'm seeing in these groups too. They 20 some years old and they think their life is over, and I got mine at 40 and I'm 6 years in, and yeah, those feelings are legit and valid too. I mean, 90 years old body. I mean, people passing me and able to do anything they want to do, running up down the steps, climbing mountains, whatever, and they're 85, 90 years old or something. And I think of myself with a 90-year-old body, struggling with trying to open ketchup bottles at times, or squeeze it near the end, or shampoos. I mean, that's belittling to the soul. That will bring you down and really make you feel like useless and nothing. And those feelings are valid. So anybody tries to, you need an antidepressant. You have negative thoughts. You have no. This disease is a real. I'm gonna say it, motherfucker, real, for sure. Yeah, it changes you. So that's what I wanted to touch on: the physical feelings and what feels like to have it will be all encompassing. And I'm sure I will revisit this many times as, I give you a weekly update to how I'm feeling. And tonight, there's some severe cold and damp weather, and that just heads right into my damn knee and just causes me to both feel pain and emotionally just feel a little bit downtrodden from feeling that pain. So the two join forces to work against you, no doubt. But I just looked down and I've seen that I've been talking for about 10 minutes, and I hope you'll enjoy this video. I hope you get something out of it. I hope you'll share it with your friends. I hope you'll continue. Join my group, Raw Dogs, hashtag Team Fuck RA on Facebook. Subscribe to my channel here. Give this video a like, because every one of them is appreciated. And I hope to bring this to you each and every week. So for now, I'll say keep fighting the good fight, and love and peace to you all.